It's time to game with Non-Gator. Woo, doggy!
Hey, hello everyone. Non-Gator here. Planet Crafter Season 1 Episode 3. Want to list a few goals for today, and hopefully we can get those achieved. First, I need to collect some aluminum, little sulfur. There's some things we have to build in our build-in menu. Let's see, that's one of them. The biodome. That's going to require a little super alloy aluminum. And the other one is, I think it's going to be under biomass. No? Oh wow, that's a nice improvement. I thought I saw that we opened up, there it is. We opened up the biolab. We want to get that made, but all that stuff requires energy, 40, and this one is 37. So we probably, yeah, we wouldn't have enough yet. So we need to increase our energy, but seeing that we just unlocked this, that's going to be a good help. So we need to also collect some uranium so we can make uranium rods, which the best way to do that is there is a couple of uranium caves. One of them might be frozen over, but there's one we should be able to get into, and we can grab a few pieces of that and get at least one of these going. If we have the super alloy, we may have to go back to those sand waterfalls to get more of that, and I want to do that exploring with you guys. I want to get some chips, unlock a few more things with chips. That's going to be important. And that's going to probably require going into a few ships. So we went into that one. We can go into that one a little bit, and we can go into this one up here a little bit, and maybe look for some chips, maybe some rocket engines. If we can get some rockets up, we can get some iridium and uranium that way. But to get rockets up, we need rocket engines. So, you know, it's one of these things where you need to manage it. What's most important first. So let's get this put away. And what do we have here? We have 6 of those, but we need power. Power is the first thing. Can we make a uranium rod? Can we put one of those down? We have a rod. Look at that. Look at that. And we need 3 of these and 2 water. And this may have some water in it. It's got 3. But we need 2, and then we will temporarily, we'll put one of these right here. And I think our power was 71. It should be over 150 now. 157. So we're good there. Okay. I know I want to build those other things. I'll probably put that biolab on top of this, or it's going to be temporary. We're going to need it. But I could put it on top of this. I could just put it on the ground over here, because when we start actually building out a permanent base, there will be a place for it. So in the meantime, let's do this. Let's make sure we got food and water on us. We'll take another food. That's going down. Let's see if we can pick this. That's ready. That's ready. That's ready. If we can get a bean seed, that would be nice. Do we have any? No. All right. Let's go put a living hut up there. And maybe on our way up we can grab what we need. And let's take a look at that ship. more iron and a silicon. Let's see. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's go back. Let's upgrade our light. We did get that 1 sulfur for a light upgrade, and that will help out tremendously. Let's see if we can upgrade that light. I know we grabbed the sulfur. Did I throw it in here? No. Where did I put that sulfur? Maybe in here? No. Oh, did I upgrade the light already? Oh, I did already. Sorry about that, guys. My brain's lacking oxygen right now. I didn't remember doing that. I should have just checked while we were up here, but we're gonna get where we need to go. So right up here by the ship, there's an entrance to an osmium cave, and it's usually covered with ice. The reason I want to get power and all that is so we can upgrade our heaters, pressure drills, and so forth. And then, oh, we can get in here a little bit. We can get a few pieces. Let's put this down here. All right, that'll give us oxygen. Okay, yeah, we can get a little, very helpful here. If we see a few irons, we'll put a locker in that little habitat we built and store some stuff from the ship. So this will melt 15 UK, and then we can get into the full cave, and then it'll be blocked again because on the other side of this cave is a zeolite cave. Let's get one more iron. We'll build a little locker in here. And there's going to be stuff we don't need right now. And if I just put it in a locker, it gives us the ability to carry more stuff back with us. So like we can take that food, we can put 1 water in here and run in here. We'll get that on the way out. Let's not fill ourselves up yet. Take that. That. We don't need any more of these. Like I said, what I'm really looking for is like getting an iridium out of this will be helpful. Getting this chip will be helpful. I don't want to fill up on iron and breaking that stuff down yet. What little iron we do get from in here, we're going to need for lockers. So we got food. There we go, water. These are some higher end flowers. We'll take those. We'll break those down later when we have the right upgrade. We'll get those later. We'll be coming back here. We don't need that, but 300s, because when we get to those flowers, putting down the flower spreaders, that'll be really nice. Let's go and empty out real quick. Get a little oxygen and we'll come back in. But the important thing I'd like to get is a few chips. And aluminum, some super alloy. Now I think we can get plenty of like super alloy on the ground in that area behind that first ship that we went into to get a couple of pieces of aluminum. Okay, let's see. Go back in here. Later on in the game, we'll have to come back in here, grab these, and clean up in here. We might have got enough of some of this stuff. A few more of those. And this later on, when we find or get some, it's going to require a fusion energy cell, and then it's going to power this up. We'll find some doors that open up. Okay, I'm not going to read this because we're on oxygen, but if you want to pause it here, you can read this. It's going to be in my kind of like my message inventory, and I can read it later when I'm back at, or we can read it together back at the base. But for now, I don't want to use up my oxygen reading that. Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay. Hydration. A little something. And for now, we got a few good things. Make sure I didn't forget anything here. We did get that. Sometimes they hide them in these lockers. You can't see them if you just run by. And we have... Oh, wow. There we go. All right. All right, what do we take with us? We're going to take with us... I don't think we need any new cloth just yet. I will take some higher end ores. The chips, aluminum. We can take back a super... Oh, we'll see a chip. We'll leave the flowers there. We'll take that chip. Actually, we could eat one of these. It won't fill us up completely. We can use aluminum. All right, I guess we'll just have to come back and grab some of that other stuff. But it's here. It's not going anywhere. Okay, let's see what we got here. And let's decode some chips. Area lamp, GPS satellite, and a big living compartment. That's what I was waiting for, so we can start building our main base. Let's get this stuff put away. We got a good bit of that. Good bit of that. We got some aluminum. This is just a temporary dropping spot. And what do we got coming in? All right, got an event coming in. how much? We got 4 of those. 4 of those. Takes 3 and 1 and energy. We have the energy. That's going to allow us to make things that we're going to need. We don't need it just yet, but I know that I'm going to go see if there's aluminum and what's hitting on the ground now. Let's see. I'll grab some of this stuff. Oh, that's not. Grab. We do have the room in the lockers. Like an aluminum there. We've got one. One is better than none. On most things. Let's see if any landed over here. One time we got some that landed around the landing capsule. Yeah, look, there's some here. I don't want to turn down any iron. Except for that one. Just in case there's more aluminum around here. Not seeing any. We're going to get iron so we can add more. Of the lockers. More lockers. Okay. We're going to put this here for now. Cobalt, iron, magnesium, and we found 2 aluminum. Okay, let's go get our heating all up. Wonder if we can build another one of those. We've got some tier 3s. But let's see, I know we need... We have the power to build this, and it's going to be very beneficial, especially when we get some rockets up. Oh, wait, I need to make that rod first. Alright, for now, let's see if we can get what we need. We're gonna go in there, build a little hut in there. We're gonna run around there trying to grab some aluminum. Oh, here we go. Here's one here. One there. That's right, some did hit out here. Alright, I think we have what we need. So you come in here, if you haven't been in here, make sure you got extra oxygen. You can get turned around and then go in circles. But I've done this quite a few times, so I kind of know my way around in there. But you know, if you haven't, be careful. Make sure you have oxygen and don't panic. You know, it's just a game. So we're gonna go and look through this little ship, but I want to put up, oh, we need one iron, which right here, more than one. My purpose of going in here is to see if we can find some rocket engines and some chips to decode. And later on, when we have drones, we can have them come in and clear all these out. We don't have to worry about them. And when they're empty, we can deconstruct them. Oh, we'll take this. I guess we could just clean this out. We have them lockers. We'll just have to come back in here for these here technical debris. Oh, that's awesome. See, we're already full. There's not an abundance. It's a small little ship, but it's enough. It is enough. I mean, we've almost filled up one locker already. Nothing here. That doesn't open. In this series, I'd like to, you know, go to the next planet. Actually, the next planet I like to go to when I start on Prime, or, you know, it is actually Aquilus. Because Aquilus, the things you unlock on Aquilus just helps you on the next terraformation planet. They give you really good fish farms, the butterflies, you get tier 3 fertilizer. I mean, it's really good. And then I like to do the next moon, Selenia, because it gives you quite a bit of stuff too. That is just makes it more beneficial on the other planets. Okay, we're going to take back our food. Look at that bean seed. Yes. And aluminum. Aluminum, that chip, that, a mushroom. I think this is what we're going to take back. And then we're going to come back through here for some super alloy. Like, see, there's one on the ground there we can't take because we're full. Yeah, we'll find super alloy through here and aluminum and a golden crate. So when we come through here searching, we'll find all kind of cool stuff. There's a few corridors into this area. One will leave you out to the side here, and it'll bring you toward that ship over there, and another one, that's a dead end, another one will bring you behind that little ship we already searched that's right outside this, right here. It'll bring you right outside behind it. See, like, there's an aluminum there. And just looking to see where aluminum might be. And we also will climb up this thing and get on top a little bit. That will help us. Up top there's some more aluminum and super alloy. So we definitely need to come back for the super alloy here. We need to go back to the sand falls for super alloy. I really would like to find some rocket engines so we can launch a couple rockets. If not, we're going to have to make them, which is going to mean iridium rods. So we need a lot of iridium and some uranium and some super alloy. So what do we have? Wrong one. P3. T2 blueprint penning. T2 GPS satellite. So the blueprint penning is nice to have, but I didn't want to use the aluminum super alloy right now. That one's going to take methane and zeolite. We haven't come across any of that yet. But this, oh, see, we need an explosive powder, which we can make in a little bit. But that's going to require us to build that biolab. So that's why I was heading towards that. And I don't want to bore you guys with a lot of stuff, so I'm going to go collect a bunch of iron off camera, and that will allow us to put down foundation for our permanent little base, or semi-permanent base. Okay, I would really love to get some of this stuff. I'd like to get a couple rockets up. Can I do that? No, we're 3 short on making a couple rods. And let's run over here, see if we can get more of these picked up in here. I'd like to make a couple of rods so I can get a couple of rocket engines going, get a couple rockets up, pick up the uranium and iridium it drops, and we can go from there. One of my goals for the day: get a couple of rockets launched. Oh wow, that's an improvement. We'll be able to get it, getting our basic ores for us. We won't have to go and pick them up off the ground. So I like to take that first one, put it really close to where my lockers are, so I could just empty and sort out really quick. I know it's a little loud at first, but until we get drones that can do all the sorting for us, that's just what we have to do. Food. Alright, we'll clear these out later. When I go to the sulfur area, I'm going to collect a little sulfur and aluminum. I'm going to go there off camera. You don't need to, I just don't think it would be entertaining watching me just pick sulfur up off the ground. If in the future you guys want to see that, just let me know. I know from watching other people play myself, they cut a lot of that stuff out because they say in the comments, people say it's too boring. So, I don't want to make boring videos. Man, I just fell through right there. We're good here. I think we can get a couple of those rockets up. I want you guys to see that, see the rockets go up, see how it rains down some ores, and then we'll go around collecting the ores and saving them. And we'll go and try and get some more of this stuff going. Heaters, drills. I don't know. We got a T4. The T4 stuff is phenomenal, but that's way off. That's 63 ppb. We're at 2.4. So we have that. That's going to take a lot of power, 34 energy. And then that's coming up at 1.5 MPa. So we got to get to 999 versus 162. to get to 1, and then we got to go halfway there again. So the only way to get there is to start making that pressure, more pressure. But boy, these are phenomenal. All right, let's go put this in the locker. That's awesome. At one point, we're going to have more aluminum than we know what to do with. Especially when we start tearing all those down, we won't need them no more. And it's, you know, resources we can possibly use. Let's see. Map information. Yeah, that explosive powder, that's what we were needing for that. Now, I'm not sure when this says increases movement speed and increases movement speed, then it says increases movement speed plus 45%. I don't know if it's this movement. I don't know if it counts against this. But if we're flying, that's not a priority right now. I know that the jetpacks get upgraded, and that makes a big difference. Let's see what we can make. We can make this. We're going to make one of these and one of these. One's going to multiply the heat. One's going to multiply the pressure. Microchip compass we can make. That's going to take some aluminum. I usually make like the 2 and then the 4. I don't make them all. They're all not necessary. This will take a super alloy ride. That is going to take a while because we're rarely going to find those in the beginning in crates. We might find one in possibly a golden crate. But it's going to take a while before we can actually make them. We will be able to make them in here alongside these two, but that's gonna be way down the road. Yeah, look at that. That's like 750 MTI. We're not even at 100. So, but we'll get there. Let's see. We picked up some food while we're out. We eat one. Take that. Let's make us 2 rocket engines. We need that, and that. All right, we've got 2 rocket engines. Now we need 2 super alloy. 3 of those and 3 of those. So we look at heat. It says 57.75 pks. Pressure is at 52.2. So 57 and 52, and this should increase that by 1,000. And then we'll build more of the heaters and drills once we get a few more materials. So let's see, this is pressure first. We'll put that up, and it says that, oh, we gotta launch it first. Oh, I didn't bring enough super alloy. Where hitting? Ooh, that one landed in that maze. That's it. So that one was pressure. So instead of 52, it's 522. And this one's going to be heat. That one's a little different. Looks like there's solar panels all over it. And it's not as tall. And that's uranium. It's green. Hitting the same spot over there in the maze. Over there. By that other hut. That one's going to land behind us. Yep. Then one over there by that other hut. Okay. Another one in that maze. I don't like when they land in the maze. Sometimes they get buried in the mountain. The fact that they landed in that maze, we may need to move this closer to us here. So what I like to do is wait a while. Do something else. As long as you don't log out, whatever ores dropped should hang around. They'll disappear if you log out. We have food and water. I like to just start like these hit first, the iridium. So some of them rocks should be cleared away. Not enough, maybe. 4. Usually they drop 5 per impact. And I think they drop 40 total. There's some green over there. And they land behind here. We're gonna have to wait for these to clear. Some did land down in there. Oh, we can get to them. See how many we got. We got 11 so far. Oh, I take that back. 9. We've got 9. Let's go look in here. We'll get some oxygen. We may not get all of them, but we'll get enough to do what we need to do. So now we need to run in here. It looks like some hit right here. We can't actually get in here and get to any of it. We'll come back when we can. And sometimes, like I said, these hit in here and they clip right through the structure, through the actual game structure. They just clip right through in there, and you can't ever get to them, not unless you can clip through. But here we go. Some hit here, and those rocks cleared away good. One. Yeah. Looks like these rocks are clearing away. The green ones are still around, but that uranium, but we'll get those next. I'm going to focus on what's easy to get to. Any hit over here. There's some here. We'll come back through here and get the uranium stuff. We're gonna go get some O2. And go check over there. It says a large map to explore, but it's very time consuming to get around. And you don't need to rush through and go see everything as quick as possible. Just enjoy the game. So we had 9 before, and we got 1, 16, 17 more. And it looks like we've got too much. We got 3. Let's make a couple of rods. And oh, I didn't grab enough. Either I miscounted or I was clicking the buttons too fast and it just didn't grab them. Right, this will help consolidate that locker. And eventually we'll have a locker just for rods. But for now, let's go check over here. And some stuff hit back in there. We're gonna go look in there. I just want you guys to see me picking this stuff just for the first time. So you get an idea, if you've never played, what this is about. I just want you to see this and be encouraged to want to give it a shot and want to play it. You can also, you know, if you're a little intimidated, there's a relax mode. Just play the relax mode. The things don't deplete as fast. The food, the water, the oxygen. And, you know, build yourself up. I mean, that's how I started when I started playing the Infected. You know, I'm not good at fighting in games. You know, like I played, my favorite games of all time have been Tomb Raider, and I've played all the Tomb Raiders, even back when it was on the first original PlayStation. And I really, you know, it's a game I enjoy, but I'm not big into combat. So I play it on story mode because I enjoy the exploration, the story, the side quests. You play the game how you enjoy playing. That's the game's, you bought the game so you can play it. You play it like you want to play it. What makes you, how it entertains you and how it makes you feel. You know, you don't want to be stressed. You want to be raging. I don't see any of that uranium or iridium in here. We're gonna let them rocks disappear some more, but I think we lost them to the rocks, to the mountain. We're gonna move that closer to our base, so hopefully they land out here. But yeah, you play the game like you want to play it. I did that with the Infected. I lowered, you know, the first time I ever played the Infected, I went through put it on creative mode and God mode, and I just went through the whole map. Just walked and ran and sprinted the whole map. I wanted to see what was where. So I'm like, okay, if I want to build on this, where do I want to build? You know, I want to find some place that building is when I first build that I'm successful. If you're not successful and accomplish something, whatever your goal is, you're going to be discouraged and not want to do it at all. So, you know, baby steps, you know. When I was born, I couldn't walk. And eventually I was able to run. I mean, that's just how life is. You just take small steps and keep going. And set smaller goals. Don't, you know, that old saying, don't bite off more than you can chew. And it applies to everything. We're going to grab a couple of these. Those are stuck under there. We're going to have to wait. But we'll grab some oxygen and we'll search this area. And I just saw something, guys. It looks like we might be... Oh, we're getting water in here. We're getting water. So, just so you know, now that you can see that water's starting to form in here. Oh yeah, we're getting water. This whole thing, we're gonna have to come and start clearing some of this stuff out. This whole thing becomes a lake, and this is gonna be underwater. But we have nothing left in here. Them rockets did that. It increased the heat and pressure so much, and that's another reason why I don't like sending them up right away. I want time to get things built and done. Here we go. We are moving along. If it turns nighttime, we'll be able to see that red and green glowing way easier. And pick them out, as long as we don't log out too soon. All right. Yeah, we're getting water everywhere now. Before that water gets too high, though, we're gonna go grab all the chests. We could get them after, but you got to go underwater to do it, and if you can do it now, do it now. Here we go, when I'm talking about seeing them. It's getting dark. That rock's still here. Oh, look at here. We're gonna have to come back. We need to come back for that uranium, that golden chest. Yeah, that's filling fast. When we're done collecting our iridium and uranium, we'll go get them chests out of there. All right, this rock cleared away. Make sure nothing came wide. Nothing under there. And breaking those down gives an aluminum and a super alloy. None landed here. None landed out here. We'll get that chest soon too, because this will be underwater also. Let's go see if here when these rocks cleared out, if there's anything. Like I said, usually when it hits in here, you lose it. Just outright lose it all. I don't see anything. Sometimes you might find one. I'm not seeing any. So we lost those, which is a bummer, because we really need those ores. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. Nothing there. Nothing there. And this is where it hit before. This is where all the rocks were. So, now we just lost those. That's okay. Make one more round in that direction, and we'll call it. And we'll move the launch platform. Now sometimes I'll move that launch platform out here in the Dunes Desert because there's no way, it's just all sand. But I'm wanting to play this so that it helps people who just want to start playing. I'm like, I'll wait to get everything close. It's a harvest. Looked like a grab. So this hits this, and you lose some into those rocks too. Sometimes they're on a ledge, you can get to them. This will let you climb up there sometimes and get to them, but I'm not seeing that now. We got enough to do what we want to do, which is power, more power. See if we left any up here. Sometimes they fall in these little crevices. All right, let's clear up some of these crates. I know we got another crate or two out here. I must have flew by too fast. Or I grabbed them already. Oh man, what an improvement. I hope we have the resources for that. And some uranium. And some oxygen. We've got water on us. If I overlooked one, guys, let me know. Give me the timestamp. I'll go back and look. This one will be underwater. I don't think we even checked that one yet. I know we grabbed stuff out of here. And I know that there's one behind this. There's one over there. That we got a little time left. But this one, it's almost under. And it's full. Let's take some of it. We need... take what we can. Let's get rid of this. I got ice for some reason. Just trying to keep organized. Let's see. So I'm going to show you guys a little hidden area over here in the rocks, but we're not going to go in. We're not going to take what's in it. It's, you know, it's got a chest, it's got a message, and it's really worth waiting later in the game to grab that stuff. Okay, that water is going to come up above this. it's going to come up to like maybe right here. It's going to be high. It's going to take time. When that water starts getting up to that hut level, we'll remove that hut, that oxygen compartment. But right over here, I think I passed it. If you put your multi-tool on deconstruct, here it is. Is this it? It's got a seam like this. Maybe that one's not it. Oh, here it is. See how it lit up? We're gonna go in there and look, but we're not gonna open the chest and take nothing. So we're gonna leave that for later. Look at that. That is a grab. So something hit, and that, like I said, it went into the rocks, guys. It just proved what I was saying earlier. Sometimes these meteors hit, and you just can't get to the stuff. So something hit there at one time, and it went in there behind that. That would be nice if they could fix that. Somehow make that an object that the meteors can't go through, or you know, somehow fix where they land. Okay. It'll disappear when we log out. Oh well, we got a lot of iron now. Let's see. Which is nice, because we're going to start in the next episode building our foundations. All right, let me empty this, and then I got the rockets launched. Let me look at my list. What I've got here, and we went through the maze. We need to go get sulfur and aluminum. We'll go to the sulfur area. I'll show you a little, and then I'll probably edit that out. I don't want my videos to be too boring, too long. So we found some chips. We did the engines. We got to go do that ship in the dunes. We did the ship in the maze. So on the next episode, we'll go and finish off that little bunker, move that hut to the super alloy area, and we'll go through there, grab a little super alloy, show you where that's at. Our numbers are looking good. So I'm going to call it here, guys. Thanks for watching. But you know what? Before you go, I got a little joke for you. So there was this old Cajun guy, and he was, loved to fish, loved to hunt nutria. I don't know if you know what nutria is, but if you look up nutria, it's a type of rat that lives in Louisiana. I call it a nutria rat. And people used to hunt them for their fur back in the day. Back in the days of like Daniel Boone and all that. So this old Cajun guy, and another term for a Cajun guy is a coon ass. Not sure if that's appropriate for YouTube. Hopefully it's not a big deal, because it isn't derogatory. There's t-shirts that guys buy. If you look them up, they say that they're a proud coon ass. And, you know, we don't take that stuff personally. So this old coon ass was launching his boat, and the boat was full of NutraSweet. And the guy at the boat launch was like, "Man, what you doing with all that NutraSweet in your boat?" He said, "I'm going out there to get me some Nutra." He said, "You're going to get Nutra with NutraSweet?" He goes, "Hell yeah." So the guy shakes his head, doesn't believe him. So the guy goes out, comes back in there today, his boat is full of Nutra. The guy walks over and says, "Oh man, that worked, huh? You got you some Nutra with some NutraSweet." He said, "Yes, sir." So another week goes by, and the guy launches his boat, and this time it's full of duct tape. And the guy says, "What the hell you doing with all that duct tape?" He says, "Man, I'm going to go out there and get me some duck." He said, "You're going to get duck with duct tape?" He says, "Hell yeah." So the man goes out there. He's out on the water all day, comes back, boat full of duck. The guy's like, I don't believe this. I don't know how the hell you're going to get some of that and duck with that duct tape. But man, that is impressive. So another week goes by and the guy's got his boat filled with pussy willows. And the guy at the boat dock says, man, I'm coming with you today. All right, guys, I'm glad you were here. Thanks for staying to the end, and I will catch you on the next one.
Hey, share! It's time to game with Non-Gator.